Okay, we should be going live anytime now.
Did we just start?
All right. Hello, everybody. We're having technical difficulties and we're trying to figure it out. All right, KB, I'm getting ready to send it again. EMCGILL at Yahoo.
EMCGILL 2004.
Oh, duh.
Did I not put the 2004?
Yeah, you did. I just didn't say it. All right, I'm gonna send it. And what's up, Easton Music, PD, Fishing with Big Nasty, Chunky Cats, Trey Hodge? Appreciate everybody coming in. Trying to get K&B Anglers in, Kevin and Pop in, but I'm having some technical difficulties. And y'all know how that is with me and these computers. What's up, Outdoor Office? Appreciate you coming in the building with us tonight. Did you not get an invite, Kevin?
I did not get an invite.
Yeah. See, I don't know what to say, Kevin. And you still looking on your computer for it, ain't you?
I am.
It's not going to, you're not going to see it through your computer. I'll tell you that now. And I hate it because for some reason, my email, what's up, Richard? My email is not allowing me to send him an email, which I need to copy and paste the link and send it to him through an email. And my email, for some reason, Yahoo is not working properly. What's up, Bill 66? I appreciate it. Lyle. Appreciate you coming in, Lyle. Technical difficulties again, Lyle. You have to excuse me just a second, guys. Yeah, Kevin, I mean, I don't know what else we can do unless you want to download Google Hangouts onto your phone.
I tell you what, let me do that, and I'll let you know through chat whenever I get it done.
All right, just do that, and we'll see. And I'll resend the invite once you get it up on your phone.
All
right, thank you, buddy.
All right.
Sorry. All right, everybody, we're back. For some reason, my email address will not allow me to send Kevin the link. Why, I don't know. It's not even giving me the options to make. Ooh, my lights ain't right. It won't even give me the option to send an email at all. The reason, I do not have a clue. It worked last week. For some reason, it's not working now. But that being said, the show will go on. He's going to download Google Hangouts to his mobile device, his phone, or his tablet. And what's up, Maurice? Appreciate y'all coming in and being patient with me. And once he gets it on his phone, I can resend the link through the Hangouts, and he should get it. Him and Pop's there. Lyle, I never did put Facebook on this computer. And I guess I'm going to have to. I was trying to use it for nothing but for YouTube, and trying to keep everything off of it. But I guess I'm going to have to do it. So I'll have two other options of sending it. But usually my email works just fine. For some reason, it will not even give me an option to send a new email tonight. What's up, Joe Buck? Appreciate you coming in too, guys. But But with that being said, guys, let's start this off by saying God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. And K&B is going to download the Google Hangouts to his phone, and we should be able to bring him up through the phone. Why it won't do a computer to computer without an email, I don't know, but that's something that's in the programming, I'm sure. Seen quite a few of you have been out on the water. Some of you have not. I hope to go tomorrow or probably Friday or Saturday. I've been pressure washing the house. I've got to do this building tomorrow, which is going to take me probably most of the day. What's up, Mr. Cunningham's in the house with us tonight. Hopefully K&B can get it downloaded. It shouldn't take him but a minute to download that onto his device, and I'll resend it, and hopefully we can bring him and Pops in. I don't have my lights right for some reason. I got external lights out here. And we'll go from there. But with that being said, I've got a few things I want to talk about. I'm going to start implementing a few things to the show. What's up, Junior? Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Every once in a while, I have some technical difficulties. Me and Junior just done it just fine the other night. Junior, I don't know why. It won't even let me send an email out to do what we done the other night. Go figure. Anytime I get ready to have a show, something's going to take place and cause me to bang my head against the walls, guys. Just the tips in the house. Appreciate it, guys. Kentucky's in the house. Usually with a mobile device, from here to mobile device, no problem. And as long as I can send an email with this option, I have no problem. But for some reason, tonight is just not wanting to go through. But anyway, what I'm wanting to add to the show, guys, and I'll throw this up to you and see what you think about it. You remember the old Catfish mailbox that I had? Well, what's up, Freddie Beck? My gold mining buddy. I want to bring it up here. I'm going to put it on a stand and do what we call Hagen Grubbs is in the house. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Put some big old fish in that boat. Love to see you and them youngins fishing together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting what we call cat mail every Wednesday night. And excuse me. Bug or something down my throat. But what I'm going to do is take an email or some comments from one of y'all or from other fishermen into this box, and I'll put it in there. We'll draw it out. I'll read your name out. And the one that I choose, I'll give a good shout out to your channel and promote. And I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out what else I can do with that. I want to add a few things to the show. Also, the fishing's picking up. The spawn's winding down. Guys are putting fish in the boat. Some still beat up a little bit, but they seem to be biting again. Sorry I haven't put up any videos lately. Homework has been kicking my tail. I'm about wore out 3 days of pressure washing on my home. So hopefully I can get out there tomorrow or Friday and put up some more videos. Y'all make sure you put them up, guys. We got to hit that 1,000 mark by next April. Some of us is a long ways off. Some of us still got a little ways to go. I know I've got close to 400 to go, but I do want us all to be able to go live next year for the tournament. And if you have any ideas for the tournament next year, as far as being able to help raise money for the Honor Guard, please send me an email, send it in text message. I don't care. Caught a few mails today. They look rough. I'm sure they did. PD, I hope you're doing all right, buddy, after your incident you had. Thank you, Just a Tip. I appreciate that, buddy. A silent auction. Yeah, that could work too, Big Nasty. I mean, oh, that's Kentucky said that. Appreciate that, Kentucky. Yeah, any kind of information and stuff like that y'all think that I could do. And plus for the show, please send me messages or texts and let me know what you might see, what you might want to see in future shows. I gotta starting to bite on Murray, daughter called a decent. I hear you, buddy. Top Tactics in the house. Top Tactic will be on the show next Wednesday night, everybody. Everybody, if you ain't familiar with Top Tactic, he's Joe Chat Cat's brother, and he does some great carp fishing and some good catfishing. Old boy catches some good daggum catfish too. Some big, beautiful carp. I love to see it all. Fish is fish. I love it all. I know I love my catfishing, but as long as everybody's catching fish, that's cool. Oh, I hear you, Lyle. Going live on Lake of the Ozark. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, KB, here we go. We're going to try this again, everybody. Be patient with me. All right, KB, I just sent you an invite. I might have to send it through the other one first. We'll see. Usually to go through this one. Are you there? Hello, hello, hello. All right, KB, I just sent it again. What's up, Roger DeMint? Appreciate you coming in the house. Trying to get K&B anglers in here, Kevin and Pop. I'm having a little technical difficulties. Kevin, I did send you the link 2 different ways through here. Hopefully you'll get it. Me and Junior done it the other night and everything went through just fine. I don't know what's going on, guys. Team Wampus Cat's in the house. Hope you're safe out there, buddy. I know what you're doing for a living. Just be safe out there. God, guys, y'all, pile of you in here. Big Nasty. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And share if you want to. Share the show. I guess I keep forgetting to say that. Trying to make this show for y'all. So please send me emails, text, messenger. I don't care. So bait and lures in the house. They must be something going on my side for Kevin not to be able to get this. He should have been able to come right in, guys. I don't know what the problem is. Me and Junior didn't have no problem the other night. I don't know. We trying, guys. I guess I'm gonna have to fake it till we can figure out how to get him in here, and if not, we'll just get the show to go on. And I apologize for. We've been trying for about over 30 minutes trying to get him to come in. I done a test run with Junior the other night, Junior Proctor, and everything went straight through pretty easy, and I figured it would do again. It's going through the Pop's phone, but not allowing it to go through. All right, let me send it through that other one again. And I don't know what else we can do. All right, Kevin, I sent it through again. Hagen, it's coming along pretty good. I was able to sell that 40 horse. I got it off the boat. What's up, Mr. Melhorn? Of course, I'm having technical difficulties again. But yeah, Hagens, it's going pretty good. I've got everything stripped off of it, getting ready I'm debating on tearing the floor out. There we go. What's up, Mr. Melhorn?
All right. I think we got.
I'm having technical difficulties again.
If we can hold on, that is. All right, let me see what I can do.
Turn your phone, Kevin.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
It is turn.
Okay.
It's just not far enough back to catch us all in the shot. There we go.
I don't know what to say, Kevin. I think seeing Pops in the background.
Yeah. All right. So I just refreshed my computer so that I can actually see chat and see if I can see our big heads. And where we at? Where we at? There's Mr. Lyle. I see Mr. Lyle. Oh boy, it ain't the best quality picture, is it?
No, but it wipe your lens.
Yeah, let's see.
A bit dirty. That helped a little bit.
Did it help? Yeah. Pop's big hands has been over it.
Yeah, we'll make do. I'm gonna take that email and actually get rid of it and reload it tomorrow. For some reason, I'm not doing what it's supposed to do, so there's a program problem somewhere. Kevin and Pop, I'm glad to see you up on your feet, Pops. I know you're ready to get back on the water. Y'all supposedly went last night, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I've been on the water 3 times. Well, actually, today's 4 times this week. Not catching any fish, but enjoying being out there on the water. Well, I did catch a 10 this week, ounces.
Hey, when you're out on that water, it seems like it just washes the world away, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Well,
it's definitely no other feeling anyways.
Well, I'm glad that you're back on your feet, Pops, and keep a fighting and don't let this world bring you down. Bass and Bucks is in the house. Guys, we got quite a few in here tonight. A lot of support, Kevin and Pops. Let's see. Are you able to see chat through your computer over there, Kevin?
I am. I don't know how much of a lag I have though, but I am watching chat. I see. I saw where Mr. Lyle and Glenn and a lot of the guys were hollering at us whenever we finally come in.
Good.
Is the sound okay? Can you hear us okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you good. It comes right up. I hate we're having to do it through mobile devices, but that's for some reason it's on my side. Why my email doing that, I don't know, Kevin. I'm gonna go ahead and put Facebook on this computer too, so I'll have other options to go around this if it comes back up again. Redundancy. So I know y'all guys like to go catch some meat eaters and stuff like that, but what really got y'all to start wanting to chase the trophy fish?
Yeah, funny story on that. We actually started out, I think this is going on our 2nd or 3rd year actually fishing together. 2nd year, we're actually in our 2nd year as KMB anglers, but we started like most, well, just like we did back in the day. We were we just like going fishing. We like going down to the local ponds and the creeks and rivers and whatnot that were local to us and was accessible to us, and we fished like we were taught. Basically, you know, the old cork and J hooks and You know, I mean, you know, I started out, Pop started out, you know, everybody pretty much has started out with bluegill and, you know, catching what we now call bait.
Yeah.
And so 3 years ago, everything changed. I bought my first boat ever, and which is the boat you guys have seen in our videos. And we started fishing, and I actually hung into one of the biggest catfish at that particular time, one of the biggest catfishes I'd ever hung into. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, ha, 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 whenever I tell you, but it was 6.5 pounds. I mean, for me, that was a monster, you know. And so you know, I'm like, if there's bigger, you know, now Pop, he'd caught some big ones, but, you know, they were, you know, like in palates up around, you know, Atlanta, up there where he was living at the time. And
right.
He knew there was bigger. What was you going to say?
Oh, nothing. That's, you know, and you say 6.5 pounds, some people laugh at it. That's no laughing thing, because I remember the day at Wiley, a 6.5 pound fish was a dang gum good fish, because channel catch was all we had in that lake. So that was nothing to frown upon. And as long as you out there fishing, and a lot of people don't realize that weight can be relative. I can't get the word out. Depending on your waters. Some waters is going to hold bigger fish. Some waters is going to hold maybe might be the monster of the lake. So I don't frown at any fish. When you out there catching fish, enjoying yourself, you'll never see this old boy frowning nothing you catch, because you out there doing what you love to do.
That's right.
Patriot, I'm sure big water was 10 ounces.
10 ounces.
And I weighed it just to make sure that it was as small as it really was. That's probably, since I've been chasing monster cats, that's probably the smallest cat I've caught.
That's probably the smallest cat
probably
as a team we've ever caught.
We've ever
You can
caught.
about see through the tail, can't you?
Yeah.
It was funny though, him catching that, being his first catfish, and after coming back on the water, and
well, you didn't hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't hurt himself.
Yeah, you didn't hurt himself pulling that one in.
What's so ironic about that is this year, the first fish I caught this year was 10 pound, and then I got sick for that 3 months, and I go back on the water, and then I caught his baby at 10 ounces.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, as long as you putting fish in the boat, and whether you putting fish in the boat or not, guys, as long as you out on that water enjoying what the good Lord's give us.
Oh yeah, and we do. We love getting out there on the water, and you know, we love. I mean, you know, yeah, we're father and son, but you know, we're also friends. You know, we've made friends over these past 2 years together as a team, and we have a good time, as you guys usually, you know, can tell from the videos. You know, this year, your tournament was probably one of the turning points for our team, allowing us to become closer to these people that we have only up to this point had only seen on YouTube, had talked through in the chats. I mean, I've got 8 other brothers now due to that one tournament that we have come, you know, and you know, and I mean, I loved, you know, from the get-go, when you first mentioned it, you know, we were talking, you first mentioned it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely in on that one, you know, because I wanted, not just because of what it stood for, but because I wanted to meet the faces other than what we'd seen on video.
When you know, put a face with a name, that means that's a whole different ball game. You shake the hand of the guys that you've been watching for a year or longer, and now you actually get to put that face with that name. You've already learned a little bit about that person, because if you're like me, what you see on this screen is what you're going to get. So yeah, you're already starting to figure these people out, and then when you get to meet them actually, and maybe get to fish with them, shake a hand, eat a meal with them, that changes the whole world. You know, I never thought that social media that I would make friends. I thought it would be a bunch of strangers, and it is when you first get into it. But I've actually made some lifelong friends, and I can honestly say that everybody that comes in here supports this channel, supports each and every one of you. You're welcome to them in my home anytime, day or night, guys. So it's I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all's support to this channel and for the tournament. And I look forward to having you back in April for the next one. Somebody said something about falling out of a boat or something.
That would have been the cat. That was Catman. Yes, and it was at your tournament. I had remember the 20. I think it was a 22-foot center console that I brought down there. That was my buddy Will's boat. That I had borrowed just for that event, and so anyways, you know, I can't remember if it was it was the night before the tournament, I believe. And I was securing the boat, getting it all ready, securing the boat. And I stepped off the other side of the boat. I had been coming off the left side, and forgive me because even though I have a boat, I'm still not up on all the port side and all that good stuff. But anyways, I was usually coming off the left side of the boat, and we had all our rods and everything on that side. So I had to come off the right side. Well, I turned and stepped off. And when I took and come over the top with my other leg, my foot caught at an angle that was not conducive to gravity. I quick bounced back up. All the guys just happened to be standing out there at the time, and that's all I've heard since.
And you know, the older we get, the less that we bounce.
No doubt.
That was probably the quickest disappearing act Kevin has ever done in his life.
Yeah, they told me it was a pretty good thug.
Oh, my tailbone told the tale for several weeks, I can tell you.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Well, when y'all flew out on the boat, you know, I noticed you always put pops in the back of the boat, or is that by choice?
Well, the way that started out, like I said, I bought the boat and the trollers up front, and you know, I was getting used to the boat at the time, so it was actually just by natural order. Me running the boat and running the trolling motor, the foot feed being up front, put me at the front of the boat,
Right.
which of course put Pop at the back of the boat fishing.
Right.
And so it just kind of fell in place that was our natural order. He's in the back of the boat, I'm in the front of the boat. Of course, the old saying is, especially amongst those guys, is that Pop always catches the fish off the back of the boat, which he does, and he usually catches here recently more fish off the back of the boat than I catch off the front of the boat. So, but we're remedying this situation because I've bought another boat and trying to get it together so that we can both fish off the back of the boat now.
There you go. Well, I mean, Kenny P's in the house. We got, let me scale back up here, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
We got Size Matters come in. Pond River Boys has come in. Got quite a few. Killdeer Survivals come in. Paul Reese is in the house. James Dockery's in there. Lena's in here. Thank each and every one of you for coming in tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up before you run off tonight. We have K&B Anglers with Kevin and Pop in the house, and I'm Patriot James, and I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Kenny P, I hope you're doing good, buddy. I seen where you started some more new treatments. I hope it go well for you, buddy. We really do. You know you in our prayers. What's your favorite bait, Pops, is what Freddie Beck wants to know.
My favorite bait, it's kind of hard to say because it depends on water conditions. It depends on the time of the year. The go-to bait last year for us was chicken gizzards. They worked real well. This year, they haven't worked at all, hardly. We've been throwing baits out there this year. I I even went so far as to go to the fish market and bought a grass mullet. We chopped it up and threw it out there, just trying to put something out there that was different, because I guess it's the time of year with the spawn and all of that, that they're just not hitting anything. Last night we threw 5 different baits. We threw chicken breast, not marinated. We threw mullet. We threw liver, chicken livers. We threw bluegill, cut bluegill, and what else we have out there? We had 5 baits out there.
Yeah, y'all's water should be, y'all's fish should have been done about off the spawn now. You probably still got a few late spawners in there.
Well, we were fishing off of a pier last night also, so that might have
okay.
happened.
So y'all was at the meat fish lake.
Yeah.
What I call it.
No, you talking about my catfish pond that we go to?
Yeah.
No, we was actually at the lake. The lake you guys see us fish on mostly. There's a pier. Yeah, there's a pier, a lit pier, right off of the main highway, which is 441 in Millersville, Georgia. And we had been wanting to fish this particular pier because it is so close to that bridge, and we caught cat in that area when we've been on the boat. And so we just wanted to see what we could do. And the boat wasn't ready to go out last night from when we went out last Sunday. A lot of things happened this week that just, unfortunately, we failed to get the boat ready. So we decided we just go off that pier and throw back towards the bridge and see what we could do.
Right. Did you fish straight down underneath the pier?
I did.
Okay. It might surprise you how many cats come out from underneath piers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've caught when we was in the, last year, I believe it was, we caught quite a few coming off of docks and piers, when we were on the water back up in the residential areas.
Right.
And so yeah, we had 7 rods in the water last night. And of course, they were most of them were all baited up with different baits just to see what would hit. And anyways, I had one straight down off the pier. I had one about midway. There's a trench that kind of goes back up into this cove. So I had one that was kind of midway into the trench, and I had one in the trench. And then Pop had the same thing on his 3 rods on the opposite side. And then Dana went fishing with us last night as well, and then she was running 1 rod, and she was sitting out in the trench. And usually that's where the fish, and there's the cats, especially in that particular area, that's usually where they are,
Right.
And when we've caught them before. And I had one hit. I mean, he hit hard enough that it literally moved my rod from one side of where I had it to the other. And nothing else. That was it. That was the only hit we had all night long.
Okay. Somebody had a question. Lyle said, good job. We got 30 watching and 30 thumbs up. We appreciate it, everybody. We appreciate that. Something he even put a rod in a tank at the pet store. Something about a pet store rod and reel or something. You wouldn't
that had
in a bait tank, a goldfish tank was.
They swear that's where I go and catch my fish at because they're so small.
They wouldn't give somebody a hard time, would they?
I love them guys.
It's 8:30, a little after 8:30. What do you say we do a little spin and see what we can bring up for somebody on the prize wheel? I can't get you to pick a number because that's Lyle's deal. I do. Oh, dadgummit. And tonight, Roger DeMint Jr. Roger DeMint Jr. You get a spin on the Patriot DIY prize wheel. And Roger has been in here before what this is. Now, Christian He is out of the running tonight. Right now, he said he'll have to jump off the wheel. He'll get back on there later. But if you take his place on this prize wheel, what it is, each one of us make a DIY product. We put our names on these prize wheel, and if we do a spin, and whoever it lands on will send you. I make catfish bobbers. Chunky Cats actually said that he'll wrap somebody's rod with that fluorescent tape and fix it up like his rods, but you have to mail the rod to him for him to do it. Different people make different things. Kentucky Catman made knives, just different stuff. So, Roger, we're going to spin tonight and see where it lands. I'm going to start it up here on me, Patriot. And we're going to spin. Uh-oh.
We lost the clicker.
My thingamajig slid up. Excuse me. Hold on a second.
There must be something about those prize wheels because Lyle had an issue I think this last week.
Well, it's got a little wooden dowel in it and it slipped up. Justin Fishing Fetish. Justin Fishing Fetish.
Justin's going to send Roger a new phone because Roger's phone that he has now allows other people to catch fish, is the way I understand it.
Watching from Roger's out on the boat watching from the Ohio River. Well, congratulations, Roger. Make hold of Justin's Fishing Fetish. Is he in here tonight? Is he in here? Yeah, he's in here. There he is. Roger, get a hold of Justin. He makes drifting waste, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm out. Take a picture of them. Go on my Facebook page. Guys, all y'all winners, when you get your packages, if you don't mind, post up a picture with you and your prize on Pictures of America Facebook page so we can share with everybody else what you've won and let them know that you won it here on our show on YouTube. And let's get this thing going, guys. We're trying to bring more people in, some people that have no idea that we have a show like this. So let's get here so we can all share the love. Congratulations, Roger. Appreciate you coming into the show and watching the show with us. Now, Kevin, I know you're working on, you got your new boat, getting ready to get it ready for catfishing. What's some of the things that you want to do to your boat to actually get it catfish specific?
Well, what I bought was an 87 Starcraft. It was what they call a runabout. There was a walk-through windshield. I actually stripped it all the way down and opened up the back end. Of course, we'll be putting a rod rack across the back of it to put our rods. And I've got it's a toolbox basically.
Right.
The one that you sit down inside of your truck, bed of your truck to set up for my live well,
Gotcha.
so that we can have tournaments and such as that, or go to tournaments, I should say.
Right.
A big enough live well to use. But the main thing is getting it. Right now, it was a used boat, and it's definitely a used boat. After kind of stripping it down, I found some issues with it that I've got to address. Matter of fact, the next couple of weeks, those should be addressed and being taken care of. I've already talked to a couple of people about it. And then, I'm quite a few things. I don't want to go into too many details and that's the reason I haven't really put anything out there about it, other than the fact that people, a lot of people know that I have got a new boat now.
Right.
Because I want it to be kind of a surprise with some of the things that I've got, going on with it and what I'm planning on doing with it anyways, and get ready to do. Make
sure that you video your progress and what you're doing to it. Put up some DIY videos. Those DIYs, boat rebuilds do get a lot of views. I run into that with that pontoon. I'm debating on tearing the floor out of it. I got a couple weak spots that ain't really that bad. It comes down to money. I would have to order the wood for the floor, or I can go up here to the metal place and get aluminum tread plate for it. Aluminum tread plate's about $130 a sheet. And it's going to take 6.5 sheets. So you might as well buy 7 sheets. It's a lot of money. And that ain't counting all your fasteners and all to put it down. Now,
Oh yeah.
I will tell you some product out there right now that everybody needs to keep in their boat that helps seal, that will seal real quick. To get you home, maybe keep from taking on water. It's the stuff called gutter seal. It's an adhesive. You can get it at hardware stores, Lowe's, or whatever. Or another adhesive is called E6000. This stuff we actually use on our wetsuits, on our gold mining dredges and stuff like that. It seals pretty quick and it hardens up pretty fast. It's real tacky. You can seal cracks and stuff pretty quick, let it dry, and then you're ready to get on the water or get down, at least get back home without sinking your boat. I try to bring up stuff. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I fortunately have a buddy of mine he actually owns a body shop, and matter of fact, he's the one that loaned me the center console that I took to your tournament. His sons have started their own business in restoration of boats and ATVs and that kind of thing. And so I've actually got some help, some what I consider professional help, because these boys have been doing this for a little while, and I trust them enough to help me out, and my buddy Will's going to help me out as well. So I actually have some help, so it doesn't get into real big monies to get mine fixed, but it's still gonna, you're right, it still takes money to do it, because the material is crazy expensive to get to do it.
Just don't let it overwhelm you. A lot of times we take on a project like that, and you say, well, the heck with it. I've already got one boat. I'll just sell this kind of big thing, get it out from underneath my hair. Don't get discouraged with it. Keep kicking it. It's going to aggravate you. It's going to bring blood to your knuckles, and it's going to keep you your hair pulled out half the time. But when it's all said and done and that rascal's floating on the water, you're going to say, I done that.
Oh yeah,
I made that what I want, and you take pride in what you do.
I saw Patriot. I saw earlier, and I was wanting to address it. I saw where someone asked what rod and reels we used out there on the water.
I probably missed it. It got by me.
It was earlier on, and I didn't want to interrupt you because you were in the middle of doing the wheel, the prize wheel. But we started out using what we could afford, and what we could afford at the time was your basic Walmart brands, and that's what we started using, and it's what we started our whole fishing team with. We now have kind of graduated into some of the better brands, Muddy River Catfishing. I've got both the Blue Cat and the flathead rods, and I love them. They're my go-to rods. If I have to go somewhere where I can only use 2 rods, those are the 2 I use the most. We also have the ugly sticks. Pop's kind of partial to the ugly sticks, to the Shakespeare ugly sticks, and I can't say anything bad about them. They're strong. They're durable. The GX2, I've got a heavy in the GX2, but it has the fast tip, so I don't get all that. A lot of people get a heavy and it winds up, they hang into something or they get hung and they wind up breaking them because the tip is not sufficient enough to hold that weight, and it just cracks them in two. Well, the GX2 actually will do it.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Manning said that, he actually put his 2 largest fish he ever caught in the boat with ugly sticks. That 82-pound Lake Wiley fish and the one that he caught before that it broke a big scale. So there's nothing wrong with it. And you're right, Kevin, use what you can afford as long as you're getting on the water.
Amen to that. If you can afford is a cane pole and some string line and a homemade hook, go out there on the water and use it. I mean, catch some fish, have some fun, relax. I call it hydrotherapy. Anytime I'm down and out, or I've got a lot of stuff overwhelming me, I can hit the water and it seems like all my worries go away,
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, I have my wife says she's going to put me in rehab because I've got an addiction.
Big Nasty wants to know what the Lake Sinclair that you fish, what's the lake record down there?
Blue, I'm not sure on flat or channel right offhand, but this past summer, the Blue Cat record was broke, and I believe it was 51 or 52 pounds.
That's
We
good
have
fish.
it is a good fish. It's actually a rare fish for that lake. There's a lot of 20s and 30s in that lake, but one of the things that I'm having issues with, and you guys can you know, you can kind of sympathize with me with this, I'm sure. We have a lot of guys that go out there and run noodles. You know, they put those you know, noodles out. It used to be called jugging back in the day. Now it's got fancy, and you know, you put out these little colorful noodles, and they putting out anywhere from 50 to 100 at a time.
Oh,
You
see,
got
there ought to
one,
be a limit.
and that's the thing. We have no limitations on that. There are no regulations on our lakes. It's, you know, there are people that are out there that are trying to change that, and I hope it does change. Because if it doesn't, what's going to wind up happening in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to be we're just going to start seeing 5 and 6 pounders, and that's going to be the big thing coming out of that lake. Period. You know.
Yeah.
If you see that.
And what's sad is that they're taking the DNA out of that water that will create the bigger fish. Because not all catfish will grow to huge sizes. You might catch, you know, Dieter went over that, him and Jeff went over that you might catch a 15-year-old fish that might be 30 pounds, or you might catch a 15-year-old fish that'll be 80 pounds.
Right.
You know, it's all in the DNA, and if you remove all of those monster fish out of there and you no longer have that DNA in that water, sooner or later that generation will pass, and you won't have, you can't produce them big fish anymore unless an anomaly that happens. It ain't gonna do it. What's up, T Meg, coming in the house?
What's sad about it all is that Sinclair is a beautiful lake. I can't remember how many miles or square miles was it?
15,000 square miles.
It's like, is it square miles or acres? It's like a 15,000 acre lake. That's just Sinclair itself. It's connected to Lake Oconee, which is, both of them is part of the Oconee River system.
Right.
And so, you know, it's beautiful. There are, I mean, there are some very beautiful houses that are on this lake, and so it's very, you know, scenic. I enjoy just riding sometimes after a hard day of fishing, and I just want to kind of relax before I go, or maybe I just don't want to come off the water. You know what I mean? I'll go riding just to see the scenery, just to see, you know, what, you know, there's houses being built all the time. It's just a beautiful lake, and they keep it, you know, they keep that water regulated. They're constantly pulling, you know, water in and pulling back out to kind of keep it level. And so when you got people pulling fish, you know, hand over fist, that need to go back into the lake to keep our breeders rolling, it saddens me. And the thing is, I didn't know anything about that 2 years ago.
Right.
I had not a clue concerning lake conservation, you know, whatsoever. And it would not be until I started watching you guys, I started watching Dieter, I started watching Steve Douglas, and all of you guys out there that talk about, you know, conserve your lakes, you know, what's the saying? Let them go, let them grow, you know.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know anything about that. Matter of fact, you know, and Papa tell you, and you know, if we pulled it, we kept it. You know, it was one of those. You know, that's how we would talk. You know, we started fishing for food, and that's how we started out fishing for food. And my great granddad is probably rolling in his grave every time I throw one back. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Mr. Lyle, sorry I didn't see your message a little while ago, Lyle. Lyle Stokes from Catfish Weekly said that he will take this empty spot on the prize wheel. Thank you, Lyle. We appreciate that.
Good deal.
Name down. L-E. Lyle Stokes. We appreciate that, Lyle. Let's see. And I'm sorry, guys. I know I missed some messages coming through.
I haven't been able to keep up with it myself. I get on a
It's
tirade
hard.
sometimes.
I need to put my tablet up here behind the screen so I'm not looking over. I'm looking at the camera to see them. So I apologize. I end up with a crick in my neck time tonight's over with. But, we appreciate that, Lyle. I know whatever product you decide to make and send out will be a great one. Each and every one of us are great. Trey Cunningham's in the house. Thank you for coming in, Trey. Man, me and you got to get up soon, buddy. We got to get up soon. Roger said his old boat, he's named it the Muskrat or something he's working on right now. Have you figured out a name for your boat?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Say what?
Did you ask me a question, James?
Yes, sir. I said, one of them said that his boat was named the Muskrat. Have you figured out a name for your boat yet?
Oh, for mine?
Yes, sir.
Well, funny thing is that it came with one. And
Gotcha.
I'm a stickler about the old, mariners, what is it? Don't change the name of a boat is bad luck.
Well, I've also heard that you don't name a boat.
Well, yeah, I've heard that too.
Don't name a boat,
But I tell you, I can go ahead and tell you what the name of the boat is. I'm going to keep it once I get it finished. And again, I'm trying not to give too many details here. It will be part of the finished product.
Right.
On it. The name of the boat is actually Summer Night's Dream.
I hear you. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Lyle, I'll take you up on that, buddy. We'll have to fly out there for sure. I can't make a long trip like that, but I can hop on a plane and fly out there. I'd jump on the boat with you and Cindy both. And I'd like to
No justice. Did not hear that.
I'd like to do a show one night, guys and gals. Y'all listen up. I know there's fishermen out here, and I want to do a show one night. Maybe get Cindy and a few other catfish ladies to come and do a show. What do y'all think about something like that? Kevin, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Let's hear Pop. Kevin's doing all the talking. Pop's talk to us.
Talk to him, Pop. That's usually the way it goes. I'm a talker, so
Well, back to what Kevin said earlier. My motto in life has always been, we are a product of that which we are taught.
Yes.
If we're taught wrong, we do wrong. If we're taught right, we do right. And because of that, we were taught wrong as we grew up, because when we were growing up, we were taught, if you catch it, you keep it. If you kill it, you eat it. If you throw it, you harvest it.
Yeah.
It wasn't about how big the fish was or how small the fish was. It was about its food, and we put it on the table. However, times have changed.
And life's a choice.
And life is short.
Very much so.
And when I went through these 3 months, I've rethought a whole lot about life, but that's another story. But anyway,
he ain't thought about quitting twerking yet, though. So.
No, I'm still out there twerking. Matter of fact, I told Kevin when we went back on the boat, we were going to do it monkey style, twerking monkey that was.
Oh, I hear you. Oh,
I've had to read a lot of my old school teachings. And every now and then I catch myself saying, do I really want to turn this fish back? And then I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't really need him. And I'm starting now, and people look at me kind of funny. I was, during this 3 months of being out of fishing, I had a lady, because I talked about fishing all the time. And when I told a lady about we target 40, 50, 60-pound cats, bigger cats, her first remark was they grow that bigger.
We've targeted them.
Yeah. Was they grow that big? Yes. And she said, ooh, one of them would make a whole lot of good eating. Well, back in the day, I would have said, yes, ma'am, it sure would. But instead, I gave her a lesson in what that fish realistically meant to the future of fishing.
Yes.
And that's something, until we got 2 years ago, started really getting into the overall of fishing the way it should be today. You'd have never heard me say that. I would have agreed with her 100% and would have probably, if I'd have pulled a 40-pounder out of Lake Sinclair, somehow, some way, I'd have got that rascal skinned out and chopped up into fillets and everything else, because that's the way I was taught.
Right. But now, see, I like them little bitty catfish that are about 8 long, no bigger. Little bitty salt and pepper cats, I'll pile a plate and a box slam full of bones of them little bitty rascals. Now,
exactly.
That's what
you'll get a sore back from cleaning them cotton picking things, but hey, for me, that's the best eating.
Yeah, that's what the catfish pond's for. When we get ready to throw a fish fry here at the house, Kevin and I, we head out to the catfish pond, because normally we can pull 35, 40, 50. We have pulled as much as 100 in about 3 or 4 hours out of that catfish pond. And they'll range anywhere from a pound up to 2.5, 3 pounds, somewhere along in there, which is perfect for,
yes.
A lot, our family, the ladies of our family like fillets.
Right.
Me, I like fish.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it, if you fillet it, if you leave bone in, or what you do. Fry that joker up, put him on the table. I know how to play like a cat and roll my tongue around and spit the bones out one side and keep the meat going the other way.
There you go. Lyle, that was great insight. We appreciate what you just said, buddy. But them little ones, a lot of people scared of them, the bones. All you got to do is reach and pull that little top fin off, pull that little bottom fin off, and that fillets will fall right out. And
exactly.
Meat that way.
Yeah, we were just talking about the other day how we have changed how we eat fish in general. And what brought that conversation about was, we've caught some fairly decent size shell cracker and bluegill, right. And we've seen, matter of fact, just last night we saw some really nice shell cracker up around that pier. Well, we didn't have our light tackle with us, so we didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, right. That's right.
I had my hand cara. These fly fishermen have a 10 cara. Well, I put a 12-pound line around my finger with a hook and a sinker, because I didn't have anything to fish with, and I made me a hand cara, and I dibble that bait and that line up and down in that water trying to catch a fish.
Mama Lena said,
"Yep." Now, what's going to be funny, Kevin, is when he's doing that little bobbing up and down, is when that little, 4-inch brim grabs a hold of it, and that 30-pound flathead grabs a hold of the brim.
That's what I told. That's exactly what I told him.
He might lose a finger with that one.
See, I got very creative. I took the lipper. And I tied that line around the lippers, and I just dibbled it down like that for a little while.
You can let go of the grippers.
Yeah,
you can't let go of a finger.
Oh, no.
Got Hills in the house. Gabby Goose said hello, guys.
Hey, Gabby Goose. I thought I saw you in the feed a while ago. I'm trying to watch the feed that's going so fast tonight.
I think she's watching it with Justin. Oh, let's see. Any more questions, guys? Hey, Pop, did you get any dragon weights yet? Just a tip.
Did you
Not yet, and of course I didn't check the post office today either.
Okay, okay. He put them in the mail for you guys, for you, Pop, and everybody out there that's won stuff off the prize wheel. Have a little patience. Guys might have to make up the product. Some of them might have them sitting on a shelf, and then some of them might have to be made. Usually, I don't make my bobbers until somebody wins. And I know Kentucky was probably wondering if I was ever going to send his to him, but I had to do a redesign on my bobber because I'm glad that I have patience, because Kentucky called me and said that the bobbers had failed. He thought he had 2 fish because the bobbers was floating off. Well, then bobbers kept floating while he was reeling, and so the bobbers floated off and he lost them. So I had to do a redesign on my bobber. So be patient with the guys that's sending out your DIY prizes. They might have to change up something, might have to get some product to finish making them up. They might not have them sitting on a new product. It's handmade and it's made with love. So the guys, I hate we had some technical difficulties tonight, but Kevin and Pop, I do want to bring you back in again on another show when we can bring you in from the get-go and get it through your computer.
Yes, sir.
And we dang sure going to do it, but I probably want to do it and bring y'all two in and a couple more guys that are in y'all's little group, and run a show with that. Just kind of like a good friendly get together online and go from there. So, but with that being said, guys, I thank you for coming in, Kevin and Pops. It is 9 o'clock. I don't like to try to go too late. Thank you, Lyle. I don't like to run it too late on a Wednesday night. I know guys got to work. I know you got it late from work.
Patriot, I appreciate
group
come in and everything. We had a great time. Those technical difficulties can be a pain, I know. But we do appreciate you asking us to come on, and we enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Well,
look, forward to being back on with you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. It means the world to me.
I meant to tell you, look, see what I'm wearing tonight?
I seen that.
I looked for mine.
He looked, I couldn't find it. I always know
my wife stole it.
I know where my clothes are. Especially stuff like this.
I think my wife stole it and has been using it as a nightgown. I'm gonna have to get her whenever she gets off work tonight.
Appreciate it, everybody. Appreciate the great show, guys. Kentucky said he just got his bobbers in the mail today. Well, that's pretty quick. I think I just put them in the mail 2 days ago. So it's on the roll. When the wife puts that stuff in the mail, it gets out of here. But yeah, guys, I do thank you. I appreciate y'all's support from day one. Y'all been on my channel since just about day one that I've come on here. Y'all found me pretty quick. That means the world to me. I couldn't y'all, and it's all y'all that actually gonna make that tournament again. And I hope that everybody that was in the first tournament comes to the second one. I've got a list of every one of you because I want that group picture from the very first tournament. We didn't get that big group picture, and I want to make sure that we do get that.
Well, I think we've got a few pictures, Patriot, that we could probably send you from, some of the pictures that we took.
Right.
I don't know if you got them or not, but that it'd be something that you could, maybe frame up, get framed up and put out whenever we do have the next one.
Right. And that's what, in fact, I'm glad you said that. Anybody that's got pictures from the tournament, please send them to me. I mean, even though I might have the same pictures, we don't know that I do or I don't. And until you send me those pictures, You know, I'd like to do something. I mean, I don't want to sound like a lady, but I'd like to do something like a scrapbook. And the very first tournament with all the pictures and all the people that was in there, I'll go in and I'm making screenshots off of y'all's channels, and then I actually have the pictures made from their screenshots to put in this type of scrapbook to keep from the tournament.
Patriot, Lyle
Yes,
asked about the date again. I think, what was it, April 10th is what we settled on? Is that what you?
April 10th, 2020. Yes, sir. It's I'm debating on two different boat landings because one of the boat landings where we put out this year, April gets real busy at that boat landing. Real busy from crappie fishermen, which they have tournaments also, but the bass tournaments. I've got a couple buddies that are big time bass fishermen. They're supposed to get back with me. They haven't put out their list yet as to when their tournaments are. They usually only do it 6 months in advance. So as soon as they get back with me on that, I will make some of the decision factors as to which landing. I'd really like to put out at South Point Boat Landing, but the guys staying in hotels, that's also something else that I have to look at. I don't want y'all to have to drive, 30, 40 miles through country roads just to get to a boat landing when we can do it at the same boat landing. It might be a little bit crowded, but we'll make it happen. And everybody around here saying, go South Point, go South Point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Go to South Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyle, we would love to have you at the Patriot tournament, buddy.
Yes.
You would love it. I tell you what, that last year was the first year, of course, that you had it, and yeah, we did have some issues there a little while. What tournaments don't? But I tell you what,
Well,
I think everybody that hold on just a minute. I'm sorry. Got a buddy of mine calling me. Anyways, I think I can say for everybody that went, that made it and fished it, even though it was colder than Rip and I froze my butt off, was literally shaking. I was so cold, but we all had some of the best times. Just that camaraderie, just being out there. Like I said, I made 9 more brothers out there because of it, that I have gotten very close with, and love them to death. Would do anything for them, and I mean, something like that when you can go into a venue like that, buddy. I applaud you and everybody. Richard Warscott that helped you and everybody else that put in. The cause was great. I was thoroughly thrilled with the fact that we was able to do what we did, in such a short time frame, because it was kind of put together right at the last minute type of thing.
Yeah.
But I tell you, in my personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with this, you did an awesome job. Don't ever think that you didn't. You made something happen that it was unheard of. And
it still hasn't been done as of today by any other tournaments.
Right. Exactly.
And that's why I'm pushing for everybody to get their channel up to 1,000. Mr. Trey Cunningham made it happen as far as the video and stuff, and he's working on something that we all should be able to go live, whether YouTube lets us or not. So, Trey, I appreciate everything that you've done for the tournament as far as video and pictures and stuff. But he is working on something that we can tie everything in. He's going to try to tie everything in and run it through like my channel. Otherwise, all y'all's live feeds, you'll be live on your channel also. But he's going to centralize it and bring it into one channel. So if people don't want to search and try to find y'all, then they can go straight to my channel and watch the whole thing through like watching a TV show. So that would be great. And I mean, I don't want this tournament to happen and only have a few people being able to go live. That's not what it's all about. That broke my heart when they said y'all can't go live no more unless you got 1,000. Guys, y'all just don't know how much sleep I lost over that, thinking that me, KB, Kentucky, Wampus Cat, Glenn, all 95% of the people that was in the tournament wouldn't be able to go live. I didn't know what to do with myself, guys. I lost sleep trying to figure out how are we going to do this. And me and Kentucky talked, and that's when he called me and said Streamlabs. And that might be something that we have to look into doing just to make it happen. But I got faith in Trey. Mr. Cunningham's a sharp rascal. He'll figure something out for us, and we'll make it happen, guys. Because I'm like you, Kevin. I made some great friends. I didn't get to spend much time with each one of y'all. It was my first tournament ever putting together. So I was kind of overwhelmed. Richard helped out tremendously. He really did, because I would have been like a chicken with his head jerked off. So
Richard did a good job. I tell you what, he did an awesome job. Not just in helping you, but in helping a lot of the other guys out there with their issues. I know my boat had an issue the day before, and when we were pre-fishing the day before, and he called us up. He said, "Hey," he says, "meet me over here." And I think it might have been at South Point that we were close to. Anyways, I literally limped over to that dock that he and meet him at, and within about 10 minutes, he had me up and running. I mean, he knew immediately what was going on with the motor and had me up and running. And there were several other people out there. I give Richard props on doing that. And of course, Richard has become one of the 9 brothers, that I come away with. Yeah. And so yeah, Richard did a great job. We have to call him King Richard right now. So I'm kind of out of he is the king for this month, at least for the rest of this week, and then the rest of us are trying to take that title away from him. But
yeah, I mean, and the ragging part and giving each other a hard time is all part of being brothers. And I hope we can continue to keep this going. And to me, I like to make it a tradition. Not just having fun at a tournament, but actually a tradition that like a big family reunion.
No doubt. I tell you what, I'll tell you, because he's in the chat, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. I have never seen a man so big in my life as Big Nasty. Holy crap. I mean, he looks big, no doubt, on his videos, and he's got that deep, gruff voice and everything. But when I saw a 50-pound catfish in this man's hands, and it looked like something that should have been 20 pounds because of his size, I like it. My wife, I showed that picture to my wife. She goes, and I didn't tell her how big this fish was. I said, "Guess how big this fish is?" And she goes, "Oh, I don't know, Kev, 15, 20 pounds. I said, "That's a 50-pound catfish." And she says, "What?" And then I showed another picture of him standing next to, I forget who it was. It might have been Richard, because Richard's a tall guy, Yeah. And he was like, "Holy crap." I love Big Nasty. He's the man. I tell you what, definitely.
Yeah. We talk a couple times a week sometimes, and then we might go a week and not talk, but he's a good guy, man. Good. I love, man. That's it in a nutshell right there, Kevin. I love good people. I wouldn't have a problem with inviting any one of them into my home. It's just, and that's the way I want to keep it, guys. I want to keep it family. That's why, I try to make sure that when we're on here, we don't have no foul language. We don't have, because Gabby Goose watches. My granddaughters watch. My grandsons watch. We can make sure that we keep that positive influence going. Hey, guys, we're doing something right. So with that being said, the wife just texted me and said to get my tail to the house. Somebody called Sasquatch. Yep, big Sasquatch, big nasty. Yeah, can you imagine feeding that rascal growing up when he hit his teens? Somebody working overtime, wasn't it? But guys, thank you for coming in. We'll do this again, I guarantee you. But that being said,
Yes, sir.
God bless America. God bless each and every one of y'all.
Good night, folks.
And we'll see
God
y'all
bless you.
on the water. Take care.